Well, the conflict here is having reverberations around the world. Today in Berlin, a synagogue, the Kahal Adas Israel synagogue, was firebombed. Fortunately, nobody was there. Here's the German Chancellor talking about that earlier today.
Und ich will ausdrücklich sagen, dass ich auch empört bin.
And I want to say specifically that I am also outraged. I am personally outraged that some people are shouting and doing these things, and that is an attitude that I am convinced I share with the citizens of Germany. And we stand together for the protection of our Jewish citizens as well.
You
see, sadly, since this conflict broke out, there has been a very scary rise of anti-Semitism here at home, on top of the past years when we saw already a steady rise in anti-Semitism.
And who himself has done so much over the years to fight anti-Semitism. The increase in incidents we've seen over the past week is utterly sickening. And this government will do whatever it takes to keep our Jewish community safe.
You heard the British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak there, and the British government has expressed strong support for Israel. But on the streets of British cities, there have been huge pro-Palestinian marches, including in London. Well, caught up in that, an Iranian human rights activist who for over 200 days now has been protesting at the UK's failure to label the Iranian Revolutionary Guards as a terrorist organisation. Vahid Behesti is with us now. Vahid, thank you very much for being with us. Can you tell us what happened to you and about your protest?
Thank you. Thank you very much for having me. Yes, I have been in front of Foreign Office for 238 days, 8 months now, in order to put IRGC, Iranian Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, on the list of terrorist organizations. The first 72 days, I was on hunger strike. I lost about 20 kilograms, 2 weeks in hospital, and then I came back to my camp. But what happened Saturday, it was unbelievable in middle of London, because we put the flags of Ukrainians as the victims of IRGC. After this event, I put the do you have me?
Yes, we can hear you, Vahid. Keep going.
Yes. Then I put the Israeli flag as another victims of IRGC. Then when they had the demonstrations, they attacked 3 times our camp has been attacked. But I don't call these pro-Palestinians. They were carrying the picture of Qasem Soleimani. They were carrying the picture of Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, the supreme leader of Iran. They were chanting to me, they were going to kill me. They were chanting to me, we're going to cut your neck. And then when the police arrest the guy who was threatened me to cut my neck, he found a big knife with him. So they came, they broke their flags on the 3rd attacks, and then I couldn't let that happen. I went after them, I got the flag back, and that was the scene which gone viral. And I was lucky. Police were there, about 150 police forces. They were there, and otherwise I wouldn't be here talking to you today now. That's what I'm saying. This is not. This is our war. This is not just your war. This is our war, against terrorism, and we cannot, even take one step backward.
Yeah, I mean, it's terrifying, and you're an extremely brave man, Vahid. I mean, to have faced up to that. But as you rightly point out, it is not just Jews and Israelis who are the victims of the IRGC, of the Iranian regime. It's also, of course, the Iranian people who have suffered greatly and continue to suffer. And I think of Masih Alinejad, another brave activist who has had several attempts on her life in the United States. I mean, are you confident in the security forces? Do you think this is a big wake-up call for the security establishment in the UK and elsewhere?
I hope so. I hope so, because we are in 21st century, in middle of Europe, and then we see our democracy is destroying like this, what happened on Saturday. What I witnessed 24 hours before this event, police was advising me constantly to bring the flags down. I said, there is no way I do that. We are living in the free democratic country. They have their flags, we have our flags, we have our reason, they have their reason. We can talk, but there is no way I bring this down. So we fight for our values, we fight for our democracy, and there is a price. I'm willing to pay that price. Doesn't matter what what price is that. But this is again, I emphasize, this is a war against terrorism. It might be a long war, but we have to be in it. We have to be strong, and we shouldn't even take one step backward.
It's remarkable, Vahid, that you, someone who was born in a repressive dictatorship, is having to give lessons on free speech and democracy to a British policeman in London in 2023. I mean, this is the state of the world right now.
We have no choice. We have to stand for our values here. I said to them 25 years ago, I came from Iran after 2 times I have been arrested. And when I came to UK, I had my freedom of speech, my basic human rights. I'm not going to let them take it away easily from me. But it's not just for myself. I have to stand for other people's human rights.